Hello, welcome back to Consultant's Corner. I'm Rebecca Brizi. This is my corner. I am a consultant. And in a recent video, I spoke to you about impression management and how to make a good one. And we touched on two universal truths in that video about making a good impression and connecting with people. And one of those was to be a good listener. I'm sure you've heard this a million times. Listen more than you talk. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Be a good listener. Pay attention to others. All true, all good advice. How to do it though? How to really be a good listener? What does that mean? It means that you truly absorb the information that is being given to you and that you can use that in the conversation. So you can also demonstrate to the other person that you have absorbed that information, that you're not just listening to think about the next story you're going to tell. I also want to say that there's nothing wrong with telling another story. We can bond over stories, so it is a way to build rapport. The key is the balance thereof. The best single way to demonstrate to somebody that you are paying attention to them during a conversation is to ask questions. That's it. It's that simple. When somebody speaks to you, ask them at least 2 questions about the thing they've just said to you. Whether they're telling you about their work, whether they're telling you a funny anecdote, whether they're confiding something in you, ask them a couple of questions once they've finished talking. How did that happen? Where did it come from? Who were the people involved? What did you do afterwards? What was the best part about that? What was the worst part about that? What happens next? And these are just generic questions without sort of knowing the conversation itself. When you're in the moment and having the conversation, you can think about much more specific questions that pertain to the story or the information that you have just heard. Just ask a couple of questions. It shows not just that you've heard what's come before because you've asked a pertinent question, but that you're interested in the subject because you're showing that you want to know more about it. And then don't forget the information and don't forget to use the information. If this is somebody that you've met, then you will send a follow-up email. Put something in there that shows that you remember what you talked about. I enjoyed learning about, or isn't it fun how, or sometime we'll have to pick up about. Find a way to demonstrate that you have absorbed the information. But as I say, you can also tell your own stories. You can counteract story with story. You don't want to only ask questions and say nothing of yourself because, well, then you're not bonding, are you? Once you do come back with your own story or your own retort or reply, make sure that it is pertinent to what you just said. Make sure that you make the connection. Why are you following up what you've been told with the thing that you're saying? Reply to an opinion with your own opinion, then maybe end that opinion with a question so the conversation can go on. Demonstrate that you're interested in actively participating in this information exchange. Also, and especially if this is in a business networking environment, don't be afraid to write something down. Grab your phone or your device or just a pen and a piece of paper and say, oh, I want to make sure I remember that, and write it down. That is another great way to demonstrate not just that you're listening, but of course that you are interested in what is being said. Being a good listener is not that difficult. You don't have to massively change who you are, your habits. All you have to do is ask a couple of questions. Put that into practice right now. Over the next week, every conversation you have, never reply until you've asked a couple of questions about the last thing that you have heard. Let me know how it goes. And as you know, I do like to mention some of my courses in these videos. This video does pertain in particular to the course on how to have better meetings. The whole premise of that course is that meetings are about information exchange, many to many, not one to many. Being a good listener and demonstrating that you are hearing the other people in the room is a really important part of making those meetings effective. You are looking at how you're running meetings in your business or how you can improve meetings in your business or what your meeting plan is for the next few months. Check out that course. I will see you back here at our next video. Bye now.